Who here's been watching the briefings at night?
I've watched about half.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just saw the video later online.
Yeah. Okay.
The video from the
Have you been watching them at all?
Just
at night?
clips.
Can you imagine being in the scene and booth? Cut it!
That's wonderful. This is wonderful. Knowing that in case I get something wrong, that one of you can correct me. You're using the clips that I've disseminated. They could be incorrect.
We're trusting.
So the funny thing is, with this presser that Donald Trump gave, people saw the video.
Yeah.
So you saw the feed of the video. But what you didn't see, unless you watched a cheap sort of local Fox affiliate stream, which is what I usually do, local Fox, local CBS, media that shouldn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
I just want to enjoy the last few
the
death
the shit go
throes
down.
Right, yeah.
of Fox 5,
I was there when they went away.
Tempe, Arizona. Yeah. Or it could be a CBS 6 Flagstaff. They have a wonderful...
You're not
They're
picky.
charming.
They have a wonderful beat reporter.
Yeah.
Whose name escapes me.
Yeah.
So if you watch one of these local affiliates, they don't have the budget for the Michael Bay camera swoops, and so all they have is one shot that just does
main
this.
feed
and so they didn't show the feed of the video; they showed the actual whole room with Donald Trump presenting this video with a timeline, presenting it to the media. And here's what's so amazing about this, and we'll play this, and I want everyone to if you haven't seen it, what's amazing is that he is doing this with the people who are being highlighted in that video as morons in the room. And then a couple times he looks at them and points at them. So this is, again, this is the kind of thing that everyone needs to be seeing. You don't just want to see the Windows Movie Maker crappy video made by a White House intern. The entertainment factor here is watching Trump present. It's like the inception of petty assholery. But it's wonderful. So let's play this clip from the presser on Monday.
Now with that, I have a couple of we have a few clips that we're just going to put up. We could turn the lights a little bit lower. I think you'll find them interesting.
I really want you
Let's
to
get
see.
some nice ambiance.
Yes.
Answer some
The
questions.
popcorn.
I'll ask you some questions.
easing 'em in.
Because you're so guilty, but together. But most importantly, we're going to get back onto the reason we're here, which is the success we're having. Okay? Please, you could put it on. Thank you.
Just roll the clip.
He looms over.
People should be more concerned right now with the flu in this country.
A lot of people are concerned about the coronavirus because they're hearing a lot of news about it right now. But the reality is, comparing it to the flu, for example, it's not even close to being at that stage.
What if it is worse? Is this a moment where maybe
This is good.
put
I like this.
politics aside, a little bit of pride aside, and do we have U.S. officials? Should
Wait for it.
professionals such as yourself get involved?
How worried should Americans be about coronavirus?
Coronavirus is not going to cause a major issue in the United States.
And now, I don't know who did the editing, but someone's like, we don't need transitions. Now look at this. Watch. That's a moving timeline. It's a scroll.
We worked hard on that.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. To unleash the full power of
I wish I loved anything as much as Donald Trump loves watching himself.
He's mesmerized.
Patients can now visit any doctor
I
by phone
am
or
great.
video conference at no additional cost. The first
Wait, watch. At one point, he looks someone in the eye. Yeah, not with these weird transitions. So I'll just talk. It's like this was. It's amazing that this was actually like. You'd think he could hire, the guy Peter Berg.
Look at that.
Where it originated.
Look at it.
Look at it. Now look, he looks directly in someone's face. Look at that right there. He points up like, remember that quote? Remember that quote, you little pissant? There's nowhere to hide.
The idea was to halt the spread of the disease, keep transmissions to a minimum.
Sounds reasonable.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And Pence is just looking forward like he's at salute.
Right.
Like someone's about to fold up the flag and put it on a casket.
He's got that Adam and Eve pose.
Yes.
Because it did actually take a pretty aggressive measure against the spread of the virus.
Now look, he's looking directly. You see, he points to someone. He points to, see that? Remember
like,
that?
yeah.
Remember that? That was you. That was you.
I think the all caps was Trump's call.
Yeah.
Put that in all caps.
How about this? No.
Thus far, been doing everything that they
No
can do.
sense. Now look, he's probably looking at someone who works for Cuomo right now.
Say that I appreciate it.
He returns calls. He reaches out. He's been proactive.
He tilts his head
We
like,
got
"That's
that
nice."
Mercy
My
ship
voicemail
down
is
here in
totally
Los
empty.
Angeles. That was great because he sent it down here. 2,000 medical units.
Are you
came to
hearing
the state of
this?
California. These
Is everyone hearing this?
medical stations.
Got enough volume?
And that's been very, very helpful.
The president has been outstanding through all this. The vice president's been outstanding. Members of the coronavirus task force.
He said it. He gives an eyebrow. He does a Macaulay Culkin like
The eyebrows, man.
My parents are in Florida, and I'm in New York.
Even the Hispanics love me.
Comfort, and the president came back, called me a short few minutes before I walked in here to say indeed they would grant that to New Jersey. So that's a big step for us.
Well, it's amazing the president said that. I'm so glad he said it. Aren't you, media? Aren't you? No, that's right. You're the one who said that previous thing I pointed at you to call you out for.
Arizona's request for a presidential major disaster declaration. I want to thank the president.
The lady behind him is Italian. She talks with her hands, folks. She just had a spicy meatball. We make the best meatballs.
For their continued
Look, he keeps looking someone in the eye at about his
I want to thank
5 o'clock.
The president and the vice president for doing a really good job.
Holy shit, it's a thumb. And now he stops and he walks back slowly. Look.
So we could give you hundreds of clips like that from governors, including Democratic, or Democrat as I call them, governors, which is actually the correct term.
You know, because you know someone had a talk with him.
Yes. They did.
So I was like, you'd say Democrat, but depending on the context, people would say Democratic.
Excuse
no.
No. I know terms.
Yeah. I don't know terms. I make terms.
Oh.
I'm writing a new book. Do you know what it's called?
Oh my God.
The Art of the Terms. So many terms. It is just, to me, it is petty and childish and exactly the punishment that this media deserves for their
my gosh,
misdeeds.
yeah.